When was the last time the NFL shook to its core over a trade? Well, it just happened. Dallas Cowboys superstar Micah Parsons, the heart of their defense, has been traded to the Green Bay Packers in a blockbuster deal that nobody saw coming. This isn't just another move. It's a seismic shift that could change the entire balance of power in the 2025 season. Cowboys fans are stunned, Packers fans are celebrating, and the rest of the league is scrambling to figure out what this means. But here's the real question. Who actually won this trade? Did the Cowboys give up too much, or did the Packers just land the missing piece to launch themselves into Super Bowl contention? Micah Parsons' future in Dallas had been hanging by a thread for months. The drama started with contract negotiations that dragged on through the offseason. Parsons wanted to reset the market for defensive players, but the Cowboys' front office hesitated, juggling multiple big-money deals already on the books. Then came the warning signs. Parsons skipped voluntary workouts, held out of training camp, and even scrubbed Cowboys logos from his social media. That was when the whispers turned into headlines. This relationship was falling apart. On August 28th, the hammer finally dropped. The Dallas Cowboys agreed to send Parsons to the Green Bay Packers in exchange for 2 future first-round picks and Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark. The shockwave was immediate. Parsons, just 26 years old and already a 4-time Pro Bowler, didn't just leave. He signed a massive new deal with Green Bay. 4 years, $188 million, with a staggering $145 million guaranteed. That contract now makes him the highest-paid non-quarterback in NFL history. For Dallas, the move looks like a painful but calculated reset. They get valuable draft capital plus Clark to help solidify the defensive line. But no amount of picks or veteran help can hide the fact that they just lost their most explosive defensive weapon, a guy who could single-handedly change games. Some analysts compared it to when the Raiders dealt Khalil Mack to the Bears back in 2018, painful in the short term, but aimed at reshaping the roster long term. For Green Bay, this was a swing-for-the-fences move. Adding Parsons instantly upgrades a young, hungry defense and signals that the Packers are not just hoping to compete, they're going all in on a Super Bowl run. Vegas reacted instantly. The Packers' Super Bowl odds jumped from plus 1,700 to plus 1,200 within hours of the news. Social media lit up with memes, hot takes, and debates over whether this was the boldest trade since Herschel Walker's move decades ago. Cowboys fans called it a betrayal. Packers fans flooded timelines with "Go Pack Go" chants. NFL analysts everywhere agreed on one thing. This was one of the biggest blockbuster trades the league has seen in years. And as wild as that sounds, the ripple effects are only just beginning. If there's one team that walked away from this deal smiling, it's the Green Bay Packers. For years, fans have complained that the Packers rarely make splashy moves. They built through the draft, developed talent, but often stopped short of bold, win-now trades. That narrative just got thrown out the window. By landing Micah Parsons, the Packers proved they're ready to go all in. On the field, Parsons is a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. In 4 seasons, he's racked up over 50 sacks, multiple All-Pro honors, and a reputation as the most disruptive defender of his generation. Pairing him with Rashawn Gary gives Green Bay one of the deadliest pass rush duos in the league. Suddenly, NFC North quarterbacks, from Jared Goff to Caleb Williams, are looking over their shoulders. But it's not just about sacks. Parsons changes game plans. He forces teams to double-team, freeing up teammates to make plays. For a young secondary that includes Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes, that pressure up front could turn into interceptions on the back end. Simply put, Parsons elevates the entire defense. Vegas knows it too. Before the trade, the Packers sat as middle-tier contenders with plus 1,700 odds to win Super Bowl 60. Hours after the deal, sportsbooks slashed that number to plus 1,200, vaulting Green Bay into the top 5 in NFC betting favorites. Analysts on ESPN and NFL Network were unanimous. The Packers just sent a message to the entire league. They're not rebuilding, they're hunting for rings. Beyond the stats and odds, there's an emotional spark here. This move electrified the fan base. Lambeau Field faithful who were cautiously optimistic about Jordan Love's development now see a front office willing to give him a defense that can dominate. For a franchise with such a storied past, bringing in Parsons feels like déjà vu of the 1990s when the Packers landed Reggie White and instantly changed their destiny. This trade isn't just about 2025. With Parsons only 26, Green Bay has potentially secured the anchor of their defense for the next half-decade. And in today's NFL, that's the kind of edge that can turn contenders into champions. For the Dallas Cowboys, this trade feels less like a strategic reset and more like ripping the heart out of their defense. Micah Parsons wasn't just another Pro Bowl player. He was the identity of their pass rush, the guy who made opposing offensive coordinators lose sleep. Losing him right before the season leaves a hole that no amount of draft picks can immediately fill. On paper, Dallas did get assets. 2 first-round picks give them flexibility for the future, and Kenny Clark is a proven veteran who can clog the middle of the defensive line. But Cowboys fans aren't thinking about 2026 or 2027. They're thinking about Week 1. And right now, the defense looks significantly weaker without Parsons wreaking havoc off the edge. The timing couldn't be worse either. Dallas is in the middle of a critical window with Dak. Prescott and C.D. Lamb leading the offense. Instead of doubling down on contending, it feels like they've taken a step back. Experts wasted no time handing out trade grades. Most outlets gave the Cowboys a C- or even a D, blasting the move as a short-term setback for a team that claims to be chasing a Super Bowl. There's also the locker room factor. Parsons was respected, even feared, by teammates and opponents alike. Removing that presence could shake confidence, especially among younger defenders who looked up to him. Some insiders reported that several Cowboys players were blindsided, finding out through social media rather than directly from the organization. That adds another layer of frustration for a fan base already tired of playoff disappointments. Financially, the Cowboys may have cleared future cap headaches, but emotionally, this is a gut punch. Trading away a player in his prime who still had years of dominance ahead makes it look like the front office is more focused on balancing spreadsheets than chasing trophies. Cowboys fans have been here before, watching big stars leave and wondering if the franchise truly has the killer instinct to win in January. And now, with Parsons gone, that doubt has never been louder. Micah Parsons' rise to stardom has been nothing short of meteoric. Drafted 12th overall by the Cowboys in 2021 out of Penn State, he wasted no time making his presence felt. In his rookie year, he dominated with 13 sacks, earning Defensive Rookie of the Year and setting the tone for what would become one of the most explosive starts to a career in NFL history. Since then, Parsons has been a force of nature. 4 straight Pro Bowl selections, multiple first-team All-Pro nods, over 50 sacks in just 4 seasons, and countless plays where he single-handedly disrupted an offense. Analysts often say he's the closest thing this generation has seen to legends like Lawrence Taylor or Reggie White. High praise, but it's not undeserved. What makes Parsons unique isn't just the stats. It's the way he impacts every snap. His speed off the edge, his ability to drop into coverage, and his relentless motor make him a chess piece that offenses can't game plan around easily. He forces teams to account for him on every play, and even then, it's usually not enough. Now, at only 26 years old, he's entering his prime years with a fresh start in Green Bay. Packers fans are buzzing after Parsons tweeted "Go Pack Go" within hours of signing his new contract, showing excitement about joining a storied franchise with championship aspirations. The move also shifts how his career will be remembered. Instead of just being the Cowboys' superstar, Parsons now has the chance to cement his legacy in a new city, perhaps leading Green Bay to their first Lombardi trophy since 2010. If he succeeds, this trade won't just be remembered as a blockbuster, it'll be remembered as the moment Parsons' career truly took off to legendary status. So, What does this all mean moving forward? For the Packers, the message is clear. They're not just aiming for the playoffs, they're chasing Lombardi. With Parsons anchoring the defense, Jordan Love developing at quarterback, and a young core of playmakers, Green Bay suddenly feels like a team built to win right now. If history tells us anything, adding a generational pass rusher can completely transform a franchise's trajectory. Just ask the Packers of the 90s when Reggie White arrived. For the Cowboys, the questions only grow louder. Did they just trade away their best chance at a championship in this era? Can draft picks and cap space really replace the energy and dominance Parsons brought every Sunday? Fans won't be patient, and every missed sack or defensive breakdown this season will feel like salt in the wound. Ultimately, this trade isn't just about two teams. It's about how bold decisions reshape the NFL landscape. In one night, the balance of power shifted, and the ripple effects could last for years. But now we want to hear from you. Who do you think really won this blockbuster? And will Parsons be the piece that pushes Green Bay to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This debate is just getting started.